Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another HMRS 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the orange Malians, we have 3DB. Spawn on the top right side as the yellow English, we have Server Crash Expert. Let's see now, Malians versus English. English are best known for those man-at-arms and longbowmen, both available in Feudal Age, and man-at-arms, of course, available in even Dark Age. But it's hit or miss whether or not the Dark Age one's useful. Either way, we do got 2 early farms? Okay, this is a little bit interesting. He does have some trees near... Oh, going for the Abbey Kings as well. Cancels the Council Hall. Goes for the Abbey Kings and going for early farms. He may be eyeing for some eco play and using the King for aggression. Guessing? We got some unusual plays going on here. I like it. The Malians, of course, known for a lot of free gold generation and has potential of going for great food generation as well. You now have the Monsakori going up, which can be selected for either gold or stone generation at 75 per minute. Abbey Kings being built on out. With these 2 farms here, you can go for an early mill. Farms do provide more faster collection rate for the English, along with there's a mill attached, faster than deer, since they have the 20% improved gathering rate. Now it looks like Orange going for a stable there. It's going for the Warrior Scout research. He may be eyeing for multiple Warrior Scouts. Does have really high health regen there. Scout does still have a bunch of sheep there, and Orange does claim some of these sheep here as well. It is still about the Abbey Kings, and there is a king being put on the field. More Warrior Scouts being put on the field. There's also deer in groups of 3 here. He could go for Professional Scout and go ahead and pick get 3 scouts to pick up deer. The Warrior Scout here will spot the King. King's advancing on forward. Picking up the Scout in order to advance on forward. Warrior Scout does get a slice there. Of course, his high health regen will make it top off pretty quickly. And he will spot this single villager collecting up this gold and will be kicked off, killed right there. Even the Scouts get a shank in. Villager does go down there. Nice little pick there for yellow. Of course, do have a lot of extra resource generation. Especially going with the Monsakori. You get extra gold generation as well as more gold generation here. Right now he has 150 gold additional generation, so it's equivalent to, what, 3 villagers? Ooh, great volley there by those villagers there. Of course, the Warrior Scout can heal himself up in no time. Warrior Scout's advancing forward, trying to pick up that wounded villager once again. Let's see if a volley there. More villagers advancing forward, and one more volley, and he's down. And I got mass Warrior Scouts being plotted by the Malian player. He's also going for his Professional Scouts. Professional Scouts will allow him to pick up the deer. You could eventually pick up this entire deer deposit first. There's a small one here as well. And this will help him keep his food going without needing to pulling out cows. But losing these scouts like that, that's not good. Not deer. The King is trying to heal himself right there. Warrior Scouts are inherently faster than regular Scouts, especially when they have the attack order. Wolf being chasing the King does pick up the Scout there. Will fall back in time. Professional Scouts have been researched. Got some horsemen here. Horsemen are inherently stronger than Warrior Scouts, but the health regen will even out. Now got these Warrior Scouts pushing forward. He may be eyeing to get these deer here. Warrior Scouts make their way down here. I think they're eyeing for this deer. And when you drop off a lot of this deer off your town center, that's just a lot of extra food. Who needs to buy cows when you pick up deer? So in order to make that worth your while in comparison to purchasing cattle, you will need to get at least 3 cows worth of deer in order to make it worth your while when it comes to cost of the research as opposed to the cost of pulling out cows. So that's a bit of sheep to work with. And there's all except for 1 deer picked on up. The king and the horsemen are following him back. We do got, of course, this gold generation from the mining pit there. This lady may need to fall back. There's some very angry Englishmen right there. She does get impaled there, and a bit of damage on the king, but the king can heal up these forces. And now here comes a big tidal wave deer. And also, as well, it'd be right next to the town center, so minimal travel distance. Who needs wheelbarrow? And he still has wheelbarrow research as well as the axe upgrade to get more gold selection, wood collection. We do also have professional survival technique research out, which is a cheap upgrade to gather up those even faster, which is very, very important. Warrior Scout, we're seeing a bit of fire there, and so is this house. It's literally on fire. Let's get some damage on these horsemen there, and now he's starting to try to pursue these forces. He could collect up his own deer to bring them back home to make sure they're nice and safe. There's a mountain of deer carcasses there, 6. And venison is quite delicious, and also has lower fat content than even than beef. I suppose in this during time of this game in the medieval ages, the extra fat content's probably a good amount of move around people do. This is going to take time to start collecting up these deer now. Very nice. And he is going to have the king nearby. He may need to drop off the deer immediately in order to run away, because they do move slower. Warrior Scouts can withstand a bit of a beating with extra health. Will may pick off one of the Warrior Scouts there. At this current rate, oh, he does drop off the deer there. Does escape out with that one. He may want to get out of barracks and get some veteran dons at the current rate. He's going for some sofas. Sofas do have 2/2 armor. Remember as well, Warrior Scouts do not have any additional damage versus range at the moment. They need to be veteran Warrior Scouts. So these longbowmen are a bit more effective than against Warrior Scouts than, say, other factions' horsemen. Additionally, Warrior Scouts do not have any inherent pierce armor compared to regular horsemen. Now I've got the sofa advancing forward, has 2/2 armor, 16 damage. Horseman has 9 damage, 2 pierce armor, no hack armor, and the king himself has 16 damage and 2/2 armor, so it's very similar to Sofa, just a little bit more health. This housing starting going down. It is cheaper, but still has a good amount of health. This is stalling on the king for quite a bit of time. More Sofas being put on the field, and now it's going for an archer range. I think it's better to go for experiment at this point in time, since the opponent's going heavily in the horseman. And of course, he got all this deer now dropped off. He has at least 14 carcasses, or 13 carcasses, because there's a carcass right there. And it's actually taking time to pick up more of the deer over here. Very, very nice. He's letting these houses buy in time. He has plenty of population space for the time being. He will lose a bit of wood, that's for sure. And now we got the King's Palace being pulled up by the English player. Eyeing for that as the second town center. Since the opponent's going for heavy into the deer, he could spend time to get out cows and go for the cattle ranches. So that would be a lot of wood he still needs to collect. Sofas, Warrior Scouts not pushing forward. Get some good damage there on these longbowmen. He's also these horsemen as well. He has a good mounted force there. The English player does not have any spearmen at the moment. I've got another line of force structures here. Malian player currently has no food in reserve at the moment. The English player has dropped off a little bit when it comes to villager production at the moment as well. Doesn't fall back. He does see the King's Palace there, so he decides to fall back. He may want to take time to eye for aging up. Granted, the deer right now is going to find him a massive boon of food. Mining pit, he may want to fall back out of this region, so to get overran. There's of course a town center there as well to provide some fire support. Right. A castle age for the English player, but no castle age research at the moment. And no veteran horseman. He does get out some palings there, very nice. Sofas do not get hit by any of those palings. Trying to advance forward, some of these sofas are starting to engage. I hear cows being put on the field. You may be starting to queue them up for something. You have a handful of javelin throwers also deployed on the field as well. They are, of course, an anti-range unit. The Malian player may want to slow down on producing cavalry and start eyeing for his own castle age. The longer he lets that go on, the more difference he's going to be fighting against. He is starting to collect with the, he is slaughtering the cows. He's not eyeing to save them up for a big cattle ranch. Forces down some of those units there. Trying to pursue this villager. Orange still has a slight villager advantage thanks to the extra town center he's been maintaining right here. Sofa's backing on off. He does have some of these javelin throws firing away. So there's a significant force here. Mostly of sofas. Some of these villagers are being hit. Does pick out one of those villagers there against his knights. Now he's trying to stay engaged. Sofas are a little bit outclassed by knights. But of course, there's so much force here, yellow will get overwhelmed. Take out some of these horsemen. Horsemen still inferior to sofas. Horse now trying to pull out some palisade walls here. Very nice. Got still another massive cage there. No Donzo, no spearmen deployed on the field. Getting some crossbows out, which are they will do bonus for sofas since they're heavy melee. There's a monk there. Yeah, I think he was trying to go for a conversion. Multiple monks now put on the field by yellow. Orange still not going for his castle age just yet. Sofa spans forward trying to pursue these forces. Gavin throws hitting the Kings, Abbey of Kings. There's also help region around the Abbey of Kings. Just out of combat apparently. Knight there, getting some hits there on these villagers who do have textiles research. And that one villager will escape out of there. Got these villagers not getting hit. I think there's a pile of deer corpses there. He still has a good amount of food in the region. And you got the Grand Finale Corral being put on field, which improved the food collection rate from the nearby cows. The knight severely damaged. Trying to get some good kills there. Will be picked off by the warrior scout, but will take out a villager before going down. You may want to take time to start to queue up a bunch of cows in these cattle ranches. He has 6 at the moment. You can go up to 7 to max out your cow collection. And once this gets built, he needs... Oh, crap. That's... Okay, that was a bit too close. Now you can get out veteran sofas as well as veteran warrior scouts. Starting to engage. You also perhaps get an imported armor for the veteran sofa as well, which will get them basically the full armor strength as regular knights. Yeah, we got a big line of armor being put on field. Trying to push that down. Does get some hits there with his veteran javelin throwers, or just regular javelin throws. Trying to push down this palisade gate there. Backing off, trying to get a big wave of research going. He doesn't backing off. He's trying to go for his veteran spearman. Veteran spearman would be very useful against all of the cavalry he's fighting against. We've got now these cows being queued on up inside these cattle ranches. He's queuing up a lot of cows there. This will provide him a lot of extra food generation. Each cow will provide a base of what, 24 food per minute, and then additional 20 food per minute. Additionally, it will also, the food collection rate will increase based on the number of food research tax as well, so you can get a lot of food generation from Malians, as almost as much as your gold generation, if not more. More cows being collected on up. He's going for armor clad as well. He may just get 6 of them maxed out, then just use 2 additional cow collection in order to harvest those for the rest of the game. That may be enough food for the rest of the game. Knight and Sofa's trying to gauge each other now. Gold vein still has 4,000 gold remaining. This gold vein has not been touched at the moment. Looks like Yellow's Knights, there's a good number of them in this region. Orange is trying to wall up the flanks. Takes out a number of exotic doggos. Yellow's going for his own set of palisade walls here. And you've got a total outpost going up. Right now the Malian player is not collecting any stone. He could perhaps task the Monster Core into stone. Palisade gate now seeing some fire. Horseman trying to charge him forward. He has a good number of spearmen here. But overall, the English player, I don't think his armor is slightly lower quality. Does break down the palisade wall there. We got a defensive keep here. As on the back on off in this region. We got a total outpost here for spotting. English Knights are advancing on forward to see the fire from these veteran Sofas. Right now they have 7 armor. The Knights currently have 6 armor. There's enough to withstand towns to their fire, but that's about it. A large number of these villagers are starting to get hit. But he does have, of course, a good number of cattle ranches already on the field. Knights now being pursued there. We could see this force intercepting them as well. There's a good number of javelin throwers on the field. This horse is starting to fall back, giving them a bit of chase. Yellow has a set of walls up here collecting up that gold. Not eyeing for this gold deposit. He really should eye for that gold deposit first because it's a bit more contestable. Grab it when you can. Knight here getting some slices on these villagers. Now got these Sofas trying to gauge these Knights over here. This mining pit only has a single villager nearby, but it's also providing some great gold income, 140. Trying to break down through right here. This gold deposit here is almost cleaned up. There's a lot of villagers here that could get overran. In fact, there's going to be a lot of villagers there that's getting overran. He has this cattle farm garrisoned up quite nicely. 16 cows out of 20 possible. Sofa's now trying to gauge this force over here. Looks like those Knights have been cleaned on up. Knights trying to fall back to this force here. May want to keep the spearmen to just attack forward. He also have some man-arm squad here as well. These forces are being picked off by the gem throws. They do have 12 damage right now, as well as 6 pierce armor. And these Knights are now made their way into this wood line, getting some good hits there. Malian wood line's down to minimal deployment. We do have a massive wave of Sofas on the build queue. Another 11 on the build queue. Does it kill off that villager, starting to torch down this other stuff. Though it does have a slight villager advantage there. Overall, the economics is still probably in favor of Malians for all the extra resource generation from the mining pits and from the cattle ranches. Sofas starting to engage. Sofas getting hit significantly by these veteran spearmen. Large number of these Sofas will start going down. Knights still getting a run around. It looks like Orange going to try to steal some of this gold here. He does not have any stone there to boil for to keep. Orange looks like will start pulling back from this area. Gonna regroup because he's still got another javelin throws there. So man arms will go on the field, which is going to be a good item against these forces. Now we're starting to fall back. The king does get dethroned. Regicide. Zova's trying to gauge those Knights. Still more spearmen there. He's starting to deploy out a forward production here, including stables. One time you could probably stand to get some mangonels, but right now the Malians' wood income is 0. When you get that rectified, he's spending all the rest of his wood on these forward production structures. More forces just streaming on in. Javelin throwers, they do cost gold, not wood. Orange not going for some sacred sites there. Very nice. Looks like Orange will pull out ahead in this engagement. It's been a very long and bloody engagement. Right now, the English fighters need to pull out more spearmen. Let's have some crossbows getting some good hits on the sofas as well. Overall, Orange production was just simply better. It does get another king on the field. Needs a fallback king. The king probably will go down. King does go down there. Single knight over here. Orange might go for this toll outpost there, which will be a good hard point there. He isn't Castaway, so maybe going for Spring Galds as well. Mangonel now pull on the field. Very, very nice. Gets a bit damage there, especially on the toll outpost. Sophos now trying to charge him forward. Spearman needs to hold the line there. He used the Mangonel's bait. Mangonel just seems to fire there. Sophos do not go to same for siege. Those are the warrior scouts. Mangonel just pushed a little bit further forward. He does get taken out there. Now green or yellow's eyeing for another keep here. Orange do a good job of grabbing this gold on the front line. Got a pair of outposts not going through, going for a spring golden placement. And going for a spring golden placement there. Orange's army here on the front line is basically non-existent. Now Orange is playing all sacred sites, putting their pressure onto yellow. So this keep will be very useful. Berkshire Castle, if you can get it, will be also useful. But right now he's down to minimal food. He has plenty of gold. Yellow has plenty of gold at the moment. Orange has been spending all of his resources, but starting to get some more resources, including wood. He needs a bit more wood. He has a siege workshop, very nice. He needs some spring golds. In fact, he can use spring gold placements against Mangonel. Doesn't need bonus damage, but does just put good holes into it and reach it, which his other forces can't at the moment. Keeping up in point of view, going for some boiling oil, not bad. And right now, counterweight trebuchet will be very handy if it gets enough stone. Not stone, wood. More sofa, there's 22 sofas in the field, going for more javelin throwers. Does get a fortified tower right here. Go ahead and throw a bunch of javelins into these villagers, very nice. This town center, however, can provide some protection. Let's get out spring gold there to hit the Mangonel. And this fortified outpost will go down. Yellow's now deploying all of his food. He could use that gold and buy some food or wood if so chooses. We got a good number of trebuchets now pulled out by Yellow, as well as Mangonel. Turning engage. Mangonel's setting up in a good position, defensible location. You can follow there. This gold deposit is almost cleaned on up. This gold deposit is gone, so this is all. There's still a gold deposit here that can be picked up by Yellow. Overall, Yellow's gonna be running low on gold very soon. Granted, long gold are nice. Spring gold does go down there. Orange just loses forward. Seats workshop there, so there's a spring gold here. It does take out Yellow's spring gold there. King does go down. Yellow's just pulling out more man-at-arms, but still believes Spearman a better option. And Orange does fall back with these villagers because he grabbed a lot of gold there. Don't need to hold the area on too much anymore. Only 1,200 gold left in that mine. Minimal. That's Springard needs to fall back. He's going for this mining pit now. Plus, he's going to maintain great gold collection with all his mining pits. Sacred Site is also victory. Does give an additional 375 gold per minute. Arden Donzo, local knowledge. Musafi heals while in stealth. Wait, I thought Musafi. Oh, yeah. Musafi is more of a classification type. You got the Musafi warrior. There's also the Musafi gunners, right? Archery. I was thinking the Musavasi gunning, not the Musavasi warrior. We got some Musavasi warriors pulling field. They're an anti-armor unit that do plus 15 versus heavy. And now I've got the Berkshire Castle being put on the field, which will provide some great coverage in the center of the map with 15 range arrows. But then they'll need to claim up the rest of that gold and may need to eye for trade very soon. He may need to take all this gold he has here and invest into trade. So right now, he's going to be running out of gold very soon. We do have this gold deposit here. But with the amount of gold he has remaining, he needs to eye for trade. Let's get a handful of traders. Nothing too significant at first. Berkshire Castle not complete. Does provide some excellent coverage. Does go all the way over here. The Musavasi warriors, of course, good versus the nice, but of course they can't protect themselves from the charge attack. That's what spearmen are for. 16 cows inside the cattle ranches. Very nice. The rest of the cows are outside being butchered. You monster. It might not see the fire there. He could also get inside the Berkshire Castle in order to increase his arrow count. Spear now holding the line. The Musavasi warriors advance forward. The structure starting going down. Berkshire Castle in good position. Sofa's trying to advance towards the siege works. Of course, these structures will put some big holes in everything. Mining pit will go down, but if that mining pit goes down, he will not be able to rebuild it on that gold deposit. And that single knight is still in that region, able to get some damage on these fresh traders. Orange now starting to transition to traders. There's another spring ball there for Orange. Starting to fall back a little bit. Wait, Orange falls back? Surrendered? He still felt like in a great position. I think that was a premature surrender. It felt like Orange was in a great position the entire game. Huh, weird. This is Anna saying, thank you for watching, on to the next replay. Like, he had a lot of resource to work with. Right? I didn't really see how much he had in reserve. Let's see if there's any more replays. CEO's pit. That's the one I just did, and the other ones are not available for another patch. Let's see now. 17 minute. 13 minute. And let's do a 26 minute. Oh, yeah, it's custom, and I see the word no team. I got a bit confused, like, no team.